BBC Roblox News at 6.
Tonight, protests enter their second month as Roblox's controversial age verification update rolls out across the world.
We're gathered here today and are demanding Roblox stop violating our privacy and get on with fixing their moderation.
We're expecting more boycotts and protests to proceed. Also tonight, nearly a month since the disappearance of a 15-year-old boy in New York, intending to meet a Roblox friend in real life. Classic faces being removed in what critics describe as strategies for shareholders. The Netherlands launches a probe onto Roblox over risks to younger children. And as the Class 398 rolls out across Stepford, we asked you if they are an upgrade or downgrade. Good evening and welcome to BBC News at 6. We start off our bulletin today with mass demonstrations outside Roblox HQ. It comes a series of updates, one after the other, which are facing backlashes from the community. Our reporter Emma Palmer starts off with our coverage.
People are clearly not happy. Across Roblox, frustration is spilling into every corner of the community. And at the heart of it all are these issues: face scans and planned initiatives to remove much-loved features such as classic faces. The company's new identity verification system, which asks users to scan their faces to access in-game chat, has sparked a wave of backlash. For many people, this update feels intrusive, and experts have raised concerns over its effectiveness in stamping out child abuse. An issue putting the CEO, David Baszucki, under fire. Whilst there is some hope that the pressure is working, activists say the fight is far from over. It will take a lot for the CEO to respond, let alone listen to these people. The only hope they have now is that their message reaches the people who can actually make a difference. Emma Palmer, BBC News, Robloxia.
To the US now, where concern is growing over the disappearance of a Roblox player from Long Island in New York. Thomas Medlin, 15 years old, has been missing for weeks, and police say the circumstances are becoming increasingly troubling. John Benton has the latest.
Police in New York are still searching for 15-year-old Thomas Medlin, who vanished on the 9th of January after leaving the Stony Brook school at around 3:30 p.m. CCTV shows him traveling alone into Manhattan, arriving at Grand Central Terminal just after 5:30 p.m., wearing a black jacket with red stripes and carrying a backpack. The last confirmed sighting places him on the Manhattan Bridge walkway at 7:06 p.m. A nearby camera recorded a splash in the East River minutes later, though investigators say they cannot yet confirm whether the two events are linked. His family say the disappearance is completely out of character. Police believe Thomas had been speaking with people online in the days before he went missing, including through Roblox. It raises questions, especially as Roblox faces criticism over its new face scan age verification system. In a statement, they said, "We are deeply concerned about a report involving a missing child, and our thoughts are with him and his family. After a thorough review, we have found no attempts to direct him to an off-platform communication method, contact information, or phone numbers. All chat content was consistent with typical in-game discussions, and no indication that he used voice chat." His family have also requested privacy, and to stop any speculations in a post on Instagram. Police are urging anyone with information to come forward. John Benton, BBC News, New York.
Well, it's not just authorities in New York which are concerned, with the Dutch regulator ACM launching a probe to assess whether Roblox is taking adequate measures to protect minors, referring to the EU's Digital Services Act, which forces companies to ensure the safety of minors using their services. And the Supreme Council for Media Regulation in Egypt makes them the latest country to ban the platform, following Algeria, China, Iraq, Oman, Palestine, Qatar, Russia and Turkey over child safety concerns. It's not just age that Roblox CEO David Baszucki wants to fiddle with, but classic faces are being removed. Critics say this is just for the shareholders, and now speculation is rising on whether other features such as R6 and classic shirts will be removed. Ollie is in the studio with us now with some analysis and how it will affect you.
Well, if you thought the first update was bad, prepare for worse. Classic faces, the latest feature set to be removed. It means all people with such items will be forced onto dynamic versions of it. After some backlash from the community, some minor amendments were made, such as the ability for it to be inanimate. But that's just one of the concerns, with many being about concerns over its value decreasing, especially for developers, its uncanny attempt to lean to realism, and the forced deletion from people's inventories. So, how will it affect you? The dynamic head migration starts off at February 2026, and it's expected by the end of the month that if you have a classic face, it will be deleted and replaced with a dynamic version of it. It will retain the ability to swap head shapes for these dynamic heads and keep it inanimate. Roblox has claimed that they have tried making it as accurate as possible to the original, but it seems that for some, not so.
Well, let's return now back to the protests at Roblox HQ, where our correspondent Emma Palmer is standing by. Emma, what's the situation there at the moment? It looks like that we're having some technical issues.
It seems our broadcast is being interfered by Roblox. Our camera is not working, but I'll try to speak through audio. Gray, the demonstrations here show no sign of easing. In fact, the crowd has grown throughout the afternoon, and the atmosphere remains tense. But for now, resolute. Protesters from across Robloxia continue to gather, expressing concern about the loss of communication features, but also about privacy, data handling, and the potential of biometric abuse. Several roleplay communities and developers say they've been severely disrupted, while others fear the long-term consequences of storing facial data and question this update's effectiveness. The situation is becoming quite volatile, and you can really feel the anger of the crowd. Gray, police are advising protesters joining to remain calm and constructive as an opposition.
Okay, we apologise for the technical issues. Thank you to Emma Palmer, live there at Roblox HQ. And as we just saw, the protests are intensifying, but for now, still non-violent. This week, 3 seats were up for election. In Brookhaven East, the Liberal Democrats gained from the Green Party, with 39% of the vote, followed by the Tories at 33% and the Greens at 28%. The Green Party found their success in Connolly Forest, gaining from the Conservatives at 44% of the vote and the Tories slumbering to 19%. And independent candidate Sharik Fluffing won South Bowden and West Coxleshire from Labour by a margin of just 3.2%. The new tram trains of Stepford have completed rolling out, opening new and faster routes from Stepford Central to Greenslade. But we wanted to hear your opinion. Is the speed worth it when it comes to the seats being thinner, or was it your dream commute?
Here come the trams. Built just in 2020 in Valencia, Spain, they've been launched by Transport for Stepford as part of a plan to link Stepford and Greenslade better. But are these thinner seats worth it when it comes to efficiency? Well, in a poll run by the BBC, asking 1,000 residents from across the county, 93% of you said it was worth it. We also found that an increasing amount of work commuters prioritise speed and efficiency over comfort by 63 to 37. And they're not wrong. The commute from Stepford to Greenslade has been halved, from an average of 35 minutes to just 17. And when asked overall if these trams are an upgrade or downgrade, 98% of you said it was an upgrade. It's very clear that Stepford is going in the right direction. Megan Farley, BBC News, Stepford.
To the weather now for tomorrow, and in Stepford we're expecting sunny skies, a chance of some sleet in the afternoon with a low of 5 degrees and a high of 10. In Leighton, expect snow showers in the early morning with a low of -3 and a high of 6. In Newry, cloudy, a high of 10 and a low of 0, and in Flynn by the Sea, a high of 18 and a low of 7, rainy. A yellow alert for snow is in place for parts of Edgemead, Upper Staplow, Leighton, Wester Coast and high elevated areas of Faymere. And that is all we have time for today. Your local news is next. Thank you for joining us. Good night.